transformation. Conversion does. I just want to comment on this one for a brief moment. How many of you have said, this person sitting in front of me, have been here for the last 15 years, hearing all this great teaching, and still got bad ways? You said that. I know you did. Or you might have said, the person sitting 5 seats from me, have been coming here for the last 12 years and hearing all of this wonderful, quality, faith-filled, positive teaching, and still haven't changed. Still the same person, still the same attitude, still the same problems, facing the same sins, struggling with the same difficulty. I mean, haven't they learned anything? Well, the answer is in the statement. Let's read it together again. Information does not bring transformation. Conversion does. Number 5. The teaching of the word brings revelation. To transfer, but the transfer of the Spirit brings transformation. Repeat that. The teaching of the word brings revelation. But the transfer of the Spirit of that word brings transformation. Number 6. You know this one together again. Information does not bring transformation. Conversion does. Number 5. The teaching of the word brings revelation. To transfer, but the transfer of the Spirit brings transformation. Repeat that. The teaching of the word brings revelation. But the transfer of the Spirit of that word brings transformation. Number 6. You know this one. As a man thinks in his heart, that's the man. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Number 7. I like this one. The most difficult project in the world is the reconstruction of a human mind. The most difficult project in the world is the reconstruction of a human mind. It is easier to go to Mars than to change the mind of a human. Number 8. You are the sum total of all you have been conditioned to think. I want to repeat this again for emphasis. You yourself, you are the sum total of all you've been conditioned to think. That's what you are. No more, no less. Please take your pen and underline the word conditioned. Because conditioning is a serious process. But that's what we become. We are what we have been conditioned to think. Number 9. Belief does not guarantee conviction. Belief does not guarantee conviction. Because you believe something does not mean it convicts you. You don't change until conviction takes place. How many times have you agreed with something but did not do it? How many times have you said to yourself, that's true, but you did not obey it? You believed it because it was true, but you were not to the point of conviction where it caused you to act. I'll tell you a little quick example of the mind, how the mind works. 3 men were laying brick. The first one was asked, what are you doing? He answered, laying some brick. The second man was asked, what are you working for? He answered, for $5 lousy an hour. The third man was asked, what are you doing? Same project, same work. He answered, I'm helping to build a great cathedral unto the worship of our God. What do you learn from that? 3 men working on the same building, but all 3 has completely different attitudes. The first one could only see the bricks. The second one could only see how much little he's being paid. The third one saw a finished cathedral with people worshiping. Now, who do you think had the better attitude? Same job, but 3 completely different people. Only because of their minds. The power of the mind could make you have a different experience on your job right next to a lousy worker. The future of a job is not in the job. It's in the one who holds the job. Number 10, what we see and what we hear are small things compared to what we think. Oh, this is so important. I'm going to repeat it again. What we see and what we hear are small things compared to what we think. Because what we think interprets what we see and what we hear. Number 11, the thinking of the mind changes only when we conceive what we believe and accept what we hear. I repeat.
Hi, Luis.
The thinking of the mind changes only when we conceive.
Good. Hello?
Hi, are we muted?
I don't hear you. Where are you?
Are we muted
Hold on.
to the
I'm
world?
muted now. I think,
Huh?
yeah. No, I'm hearing you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, the question is whether or not, but we
Huh?
muted to the.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. Andy, are you there?
Are you listening? Are you listening to the radio?
I'm here.
Are you on?
We are on the Zoom.
Yeah, but I'm getting no, Luis, I'm getting enough feedback from you. I'm getting enough feedback from you.
We are on the Zoom.
Yeah, but I'm getting enough feedback from you. Okay. Okay, are you hearing me now? Better? Okay, let me hear. Hello? Louis? Hello? Andy Matthew, good day, good day. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Morning.
Morning, morning.
Morning.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I've always been hearing you. Yes, I'm hearing you guys.
Okay.
Hearing you, Lou.
Hey.
Yes. Louis, I can't see your image up, Louis.
Best believe it's gonna be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. It is spirits on the waters. Friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. Stand for. Yeah. Stand for. Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. Going higher. 50 years we're blessed with fortune fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, 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 up. Going up, 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 as we aspire, bang, bang, bang. It's only up to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning, from the people who came to sugar and change. emancipation, revolution.
More than respect, wonderful. More than the ice cream and gold. But more than the gold. Tell the world we are Grenadians.
3 islands united as one. Let's take the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are Grenadians.
If they ever bless me for the fire. We going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Build that band of all people together. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. And truly can find the words that describe what my country to me. So much things to take for granted, but so much things to give to me. Peace and tranquility, family, community. No matter where we go in the world, just know that the women's were my home. As the shape of the Lord, as the shape of the God, like you bring the God.
Years we strong and more to come, more to come, more to come.
President, good morning. Good morning. Louis, good morning to you.
Good morning, John. Good morning.
Okay. How are you doing?
Today is a good day. I was on the wake up list.
Nice, nice. Mr. Andy Matthews, good morning to you. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys here with me this morning. My co-host, Mr. Delbert Baptiste, Mr. Innocent Joseph is not here yet, but nevertheless, I have you guys here. So, Louis, I'd like for you to kick off and to introduce. Oh, Delbert is here, and the Shantimel is in the house. Yeah, Shantimel is in the house. Okay. Well, I am.
Okay. There's an echo in the back, John.
Huh? Pardon me?
There's an echo.
Yes.
The echo in the back, yeah? I'm trying to feel where this echo coming from myself, yeah? I was hearing myself
Speaking
twice.
at the back as well.
Yeah. It sounds like the voice of the Consul General.
I think we can source it from here. What happened to this thing?
Don't know. But we're waiting and ready to go. Andy, can you hear me? Or are we muted? This is
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's community radio, so
okay.
We go with the flow. Sometimes things do happen, but you know, we are entertainers. We know about event planning. We know about things being curveballs. So we just go along. So should anyone be hearing us still out there, I'm not sure if we're live to the world. John, can you hear us, darling?
My son say he can
I'm
hear
hearing
you.
you.
but
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Can the world hear us?
Yes,
Can
yeah, yes.
can Grenada, most importantly, can Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique,
Martinique.
Sugarloaf, Union Island,
Yeah, Shanti hearing you.
they can hear us. That's to us, that's all that matters.
Yeah, Shanti is hearing you. And Guam is hearing you too.
Guam too? All
Yeah, Guam
right.
is hearing you too. All right.
Oh yes, I see Guam in the house.
Yeah.
So we have it's gonna be a fun morning. Love this.
Yes. I'm happy to have you guys here this morning, me too. And again, my co-host from the very inception of General FM Radio, the very first night. So Delbert
Yes.
Baptiste
Yes.
has always been here faithfully.
Yes.
Even when I can't do, he does. And
Mhm.
despite all he puts up a strong resistance a lot of times, which makes radio exciting, you know? When you have conversations, some people afraid to come, they're about too tough. I remember our President Council General and Delbert had a nice stage one time where both of them wanted to walk off the show. But then one day, I couldn't do it and Delbert had to host the show. And I think both of them ended up on good par.
That's what it's all about.
So it made for good television, and good radio.
Indeed.
So this morning, there's what I didn't talk about, but I specifically have this morning for the St. Patrick's, the Crown City portion of Grenada. I saw a clip someone showed me with a map of Grenada with a crown on the top of St. Patrick's, and that was very interesting. To put a crown right on the northern part, of Grenada, where most crowns in anything you do in Grenada resides. From junior king to senior king, road match king, soca monarch king, just name it.
National Queens.
Everything. So big, not big parish, but close to. We have the St. Patrick's CDC committee member here, and with Miss Louise Nolan Rose from Event to be here today, and we have Mr. Unison Joseph from the Grenada Disaster Preparedness Organization, who held a very successful brunch last Sunday in aid of the Santimel victims. It was really, really good, great turnout. The people had fun and had good food. I ate my jollof rice for the very first time, and I had to take a portion home. The soup and everything was good, and the people was well behaved. I always count on Grenadians behaving well in their parties. We don't need the police presence. That's a really good thing about Grenadian having anything Grenadian having without a police presence. It speaks a lot about how we behave and how respectful we are by the law in this country. However, it's also reported that Grenadian commit the most malicious crimes in Toronto. Yeah.
They do what?
Commit the most vicious crimes.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's reported that you single support that. I think that
John, that's the other Grenada. I don't know which Grenada you're talking about, so stop it.
No,
Please.
it's true, but it's out there. So I'm not saying that, but we well behave.
Thank you very much.
We well behave in our larger communities, and and I say this because there's a lot of stuff happening, and we have to be very mindful and to talk to our people, those who disruptive minorities, to talk to them. That being said, we have Mr. Delbert Baptiste from Santimel, whose community is a recipient of a lot of donation these days for the Santimel victim of the fire. So today we focusing a little bit on the St. Patrick's Carnival Development Committee and what they have in store going forward for Crown City. So Louise, I will have you do the introduction, and we'll follow through, and we will bring in Andy here and there, and the different voices there, and probably share their views on how and what probably give us.
Certainly.
Go ahead, Louis.
Well, John, I thank you. I opportunity always for giving the opportunity to introduce new people to your program, and especially fellow Grenadians. So thank you for this morning. Because I also want to tell the world, our people, and also to reach out to fellow St. Patricians and those who love us very much. So I have here with us is Mr. Andy Matthew. He's the Vice President of the St. Patrick's Carnival Development Committee. And he had reached out to me to help him in terms of getting things going for this year and just taking a few things off his plate to help him be more effective as a VP and a community organizer in the community. Of course, I said yes because me and Andy go way back. Back to school days, I used to pass it, depending on where I used to go to school or church to go to school, pass in front of their house, maybe steal a few mangoes or whatever or not, even though I'm afraid the dogs, but it's all good. But, classmates and friends over the years. And during this process, we have reconnected a lot of our schoolmates out in the diaspora, in particularly, who have stepped forward in helping St. Patrick's Carnival Development Committee. However, there has been, we are aware, a decline in terms of the culture and heritage of what has been done over the years in St. Patrick's, and it's been revitalized through his efforts, the presidents and their team, and we out here in the diaspora, meaning UK, the United States, Europe, Canada, wherever we are, the people of St. Patrick's and those that love us. So I'm using this opportunity to just say hello, we are here. And those that go back home on an annual basis, those for Carnival, maybe Easter, or whatever it may be. There are so many different projects in St. Patrick's that needs our assistance that we can all support. Every little bit matters. So I take this time to say again, thank you. And for those that are listening out there, thank you for listening. And if you're not hearing us right now, that's okay. It's been recorded. We will share the link so that you can hear later on. So Andy, please take, center stage, please.
Okay, well, thank you, Louise, and thank you, everyone. Good morning to all. It's a pleasure being here and a pleasure being able to try and promote St. Patrick's and try and get people involved and buy into the idea of the restoration of the St. Patrick's Carnival, Juve, the Queen Show, and all aspects of Carnival for St. Patrick's for 2024. As Louise mentioned, me and her go way back, and she used to come and get mangoes and so forth. So at that note, I'm just going to do this to you.
I ain't talking to you for the rest of the day.
So I'm sorry. I had to do that. I'm sitting in my garden and I'm surrounded by mangoes and all these lovely things. So you guys, when you come down, please come and get healthy, come and get some fruits and support us and keep supporting us. Thank you. So keeping on with Carnival, this year, the Carnival Committee, the St. Patrick's Carnival Committee has given a theme to Carnival, which is the rise of the Phoenix. By the theme, we hope to kind of give people the vision of what we are trying to do and how we plan to move forward. And as many would know, the rise of the Phoenix is very significant because it comes from the ashes. And at the moment, St. Patrick's Carnival scene has deteriorated quite a bit. So hence the reason why we've chosen that theme and hopefully everybody would buy into it, and we would make this year a different kind of carnival to remember. I'm not sure if you guys hearing me because everyone's stuck.
I'm hearing you.
You hearing me? Is everyone else hearing me?
We hearing you loud and clear. Yeah, we hearing you.
Okay, just keep on going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hearing you.
Okay.
And it's loud outside, so people hearing you outside now too. Yeah.
Brilliant.
All right. So go
Brilliant.
ahead. Yeah.
I was saying we're really trying to kind of like help support all the groups and bands, because this is one of the problems that we're having. A lot of people would like to put bands out, they would like to do stuff, but the funding is limited. So a lot of the times, by the time they really get to someone, it's so late that they can't put anything. So every year St. Patrick's is being held back. So hopefully by us mobilizing from very early and trying to, get people to sponsor and help us, we can put things in place so these bands can come out. And at the moment, we've had quite a positive response from the public. We've had 4 Tuesday night mass bands registering their interest. We need to put out the registration form and start making sure that everybody is registered, and we'll know how we're moving forward. For Juve, we have quite a number of trucks planning to come on the road. With that, we are planning to have everything early and try and be effective, time effective. So this year, we're planning for everyone to be out there by 5 o'clock. The first truck must be leaving out no later than 5:30, because this is Juve. It's early morning, and we want to bring back that to life. We want to make sure that people not coming down to St. Patrick's 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the day, and the first band hasn't arrived in the town yet. We need to have this change and have people coming from early, enjoying it, and having a good time right up to the time that we're finished. In terms of traditional masks, we are making a big push to try and get them back. And one of the things that we're trying to host is a Shotney and Old Mass showdown, which would be held on the 20th of July. This is kind of to bring Shotney to the forefront. Now, over the years, because of the DJs on the road, you don't hear the Shotney chants anymore. And a lot of the Shotney chants are very hilarious. A lot of them have great humor and, gives a narrative of what's going on in the villages, So it would be good for us to kind of get this on the forefront, and not just that, but if we can actually put it out live as well, so people can hear and understand what this form of traditional mass is about, Shotney. The Old Mass is the same thing. Another humorous mass that is being lost, but we're trying to get back, where people can tell stories through humor, through the way they dress and everything. So that's another side that we are trying to work on. Well, I guess at the moment, the biggest thing that we have going is the Queen, Miss Angel Franklin, our representative for 2024, beautiful young lady, and I hope everyone give her the full support that is needed. We may not get everything right, but we are trying our best to do, give her every opportunity to go out there and perform and compete on the highest level. So we do need your support, in terms of, even when Spice Mass posts a picture, if you can try and use the Spice Mass site to like, share, express your feelings and stuff. Please be mindful that these young ladies are putting themselves forward, and we don't want to damage them. They are representing us, and in the long run, they're not just representing the parish. One of them would eventually represent Grenada. So we have to give them all 150 to 100% of our support.
In your
I think
opinion,
on that note, I talk quite a bit.
I wanted to ask you in terms of the the revealing that happened last week, correct? Of the queens?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? So that took place last week.
Sorry, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
The
Say that again.
unrevealing
Sorry,
of
you broke up there, Louise.
the queens, they were revealed last week, Saturday, no, last Friday.
Of yes, yes.
You were there. Tell us
That
a
was
bit
a
about
beautiful.
that.
That was an absolute beautiful event. She was absolutely stunning. She had very good reviews. People uh people were very impressed by her. Um I mean I don't want to be biased and they all were beautiful. All the 7 ladies who represented were beautiful. I believe that Five Miles did a great job in terms of the event, and it would be good if they continue with it because that revelation was something different, where they had all the queens around the hall, and at certain parts of the night they would come and interview them, and they would remove the mask and say who they are, walk onto the stage, and present themselves to the world. So that was a spectacular event, and Angel performed absolutely beautiful. She was graceful. I'm sure you've seen some of the pictures on social media with regards to that, and there will be some more coming out shortly.
Yes, no, she definitely
She
made
also
a
attended amazing job. Then she had another appointment, which was the Indian Day arrival at Belmont Estate, where I wasn't present for that, but I saw some footage, and I'm truly impressed with her grace, her warmth, her ability to connect with the young people. I really was impressed with that. So bravo and well done. And we have a good candidate in St. Patrick. So I beg of you to support us and give her all the support that she needs. There'll be time when she wouldn't be what you expect her to be, but give her words of encouragement rather than pulling her down. I beg of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Now, I am from the school of thought, in terms of support, don't be afraid to ask. So I'm asking fellow St. Patricians and those that love us, the support we are looking for is financial support. There's a GoFundMe that has been set up. If you go on the St. Patrick Carnival Development Committee's page, you will find the link there where it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can contribute a few dollars. Again, a little bit helps, a little bit goes a long way. And there's a lot of us out here in the diaspora that we could go without coffee for a month or so. So that's a $20 value there, easy, that we can contribute to the cause. There's lots of other people who've already stepped up to help, in the past and currently. So shout out to them. They know who they are. If I go through now to say thank you, I will not remember everybody, and somebody's going to get mad at me. And trust me, there's a few people mad at me already. So I'm not going to add more to the list. So again, John, Delbert, thank you for the opportunity of saying we are here and we are not afraid to ask for assistance because it is needed. And, sometimes it's not about financial, it's about the actual products that is needed. So don't hesitate to reach out to us and ask. And trust me, I will tell you, for those that here in the Canada, we're trying to get a package down to Grenada for her. When we tried to ship it, I could have bought a plane ticket. So we're just currently looking for someone that's traveling to Grenada. the items are very light. It's, jewelry, a few pieces of wardrobe, shoes and things like that. I'm saying average 15 pounds. So if there's anyone listening, please let me know. And it's out of Toronto. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much.
Great. Thank you very much, Louise. And it's always a pleasure to be here on a Saturday morning. And that's what Caribbean Connection is about, right? Is bringing out and showcasing whatever we do in the diaspora and in Grenada as well. I would like to invite Delbert and followed by Mr. Unison to give some encouragement, that to say a few words on that whole St. Patrick's carnival, because for the years that St. Patrick have been winning crowns, and history was made in the Caribbean business when 1, 2, and 3 came from Magnificent Six from the 10th in St. Patrick's. Yeah, I think in 81, somewhere there.
81.
Yeah, all three. Teller, Mantis, and the Licinti, who won away the crown that year. So St. Patrick's have always been a cultural capital, and they crown it off with all the crowns. So I want to say to you guys, Louis asked me a question, where I'm really from, Well, I'm from St. Patrick's. I remember days in St. Patrick's, behind the post office, going there. Our house was just right across from the post office. So we used to walk down and go to the beach there, and in the early mornings, when the boat is leaving, come down and see little turtles coming out in front there and go and put them bottles. So that's my memory. Me and Dalton from Miss Mildred and Kelvin, known as Pussy. We always be having fun at the beachfront there. That old fish market was attached to my grandfather's shop, Mr. Marswell. So all of that thing, this memory of Sotes growing up, I don't forget that. I go to St. Andrews and get a big man in St. Andrews, but I am a Sotes boy. But I'm happy that we have.
Can't come out of you.
It can't come out of me. So everywhere I go, people say, where are you from? I have citizenship for St. Patrick's and St. Andrews. I didn't both have a Guava one, but I know I'm I know you
we neighbors anyway. We neighbors.
You listen to have as a St. Patrick's and a Guava one, and a St. John's one. You come from Republic
So I earned my Guava citizenship going to Shaper. So
Shaper guys right here.
I'm still in good standing, but you are where your father is from. So I'm Chantemel. Listen. I have always said, and I think me and Louis spoke about that, and me and John, I know I've spoke about it in listening, that first thing, there was a report, I think about a decade ago, that was done by the Caribbean Development Bank on the human resource capital in the OECS countries. And in Grenada in particular, the report revealed that St. Patrick's produced the most successful people per capita in Grenada. Yet still the parish has fallen behind. And that sort of remains unexplained, right? But I want to commend you on what you're doing, okay? And I know organizing in Grenada and for that matter in any third world country, there are enormous challenges that we face, right? First and foremost, people have their families to take care of, they have jobs to go to and so forth. So when they make time and effort to put into sort of rebuilding or re-energizing the community, it is something that, folks should be deeply appreciative of. The question that has always sort of lingered with me is, when there are big events, for example, Carnival Tuesday in Sotes is a huge event, right? Especially in the morning from about, that 5 a.m. until about lunchtime. We have not been able to sufficiently monetize that event to make it to extend the productivity in the parish. So my question to you is, have you guys sort of begun to think about that? And again, I'm asking that question given I know there are limitations, there are issues of financial and human resources that you are constrained by, but are you guys beginning to think about how do we transform these sort of singular events into ongoing events? Because Carnival is first and foremost about our culture, and our culture is not only Carnival. So how do we keep it going? And more importantly, in the last, I don't know, couple of months, one of the things that I've been thinking about in the New York area, there are about 20 groups from St. Patrick's. Okay, but we don't seem to get the benefit from those groups. So the second question is what kind of mechanism are you hoping to have in place where we can have greater collaboration among these groups, and in some cases have some of these groups fold themselves because they're not productive, and for us to come together in a sort of stronger body, a stronger sense of unity to help, as you talk about the phoenix, the rebirth, the rising from the action, because that's what we really need in St. Patrick.
So I believe that we started in the process, and to be honest, when we started, there was no skeleton for us to work off. So we're building from the ground up, and what we're doing is every proposal we are putting together, we make sure that we are keeping it so it could keep on. So we are trying to start events that is not just a one-off. We know every year we will have. For instance, we had the culture on the streets for St. Patrick's Day, and I've been speaking to the people who performed in it, and that's something that we would like to have probably quarterly. So maybe on a market day, we come and we have it in a particular area of St. Patrick's and do that. Now, these are the little things that we are starting with. Me reaching out to Louise is us trying to reach out to diaspora and try and get you guys to buy into the idea. Because for me, I lived away for many years, and I've came back to Grenada, and I've been here for like 9 years now. And this is my first year of getting involved in any community activities. And it was because of last year Carnival. I saw the way it was and how it was down. And there was 2 friends from America that I was speaking to, and they were like, Andy, you're here. You have to help do something about it. So that was my step into it. And by doing that, I have the both of them as well. So I'm hoping by the work that we're doing, people will start buying into the idea and start, reaching out to us and asking how they can best help us, because we're on the ground. You can have all the ideas out there, but in terms of executing the ideas is another thing, because the culture, the place is totally different from what you would envisage. So having a knowledge on the ground is always helpful, because then you could say whether or not the plans can go forward. In terms of Carnival itself, one of the biggest points that St. Patrick has is the Juve, Sutter's Tuesday Juve. That has been our talking point for many years, and it has been going down. So the plans this year is to brand Sutter's Juve, even if we can get it copywritten, that Sutter's Juve, and have it like something that is a an event that everybody look forward to, you know. So I at the moment I'm speaking to a few people trying to get some graphics to put out a proper advert to try and generate some proper interest in Sautez Juve and have that as maybe the one of the flagship events of Carnival for St. Patrick's. So the ideas are there, is just trying to put them in place. And like I said, to begin with, we had no proper structure coming into. So it's about us using what's there, making it work and adding to it rather than trying to scrap it and reinvent everything else. We want to work with what we have and build upon it, because what's there, the basics that's there can work. We just need, you know, the people to buy into it, especially the villages. Now, even if Carnival is held in Sautez town, every village is important to the success of our Carnival. Rosehill, Montreach, Riversally, Hermitage, Redmond, Samaritan, Shantimel. We all need to get together. You know, if you're listening out there, any band leaders, please contact the CDC, St. Patrick's CDC, speak to us. Let us know your plans and let's start putting things in place so we can ensure that everyone can come in and make this carnival. We can't do it on our own. We are supporting platform. We're supposed to be there to offer the bands, offer the artists, offer the participants the opportunity, afford them the opportunity to make this event happen. We are just that support, and that's what we would like them, the public, to look at us as, not the person who is providing all of the events, because we can't do it. There's only a few of us, and it's very difficult. So we need everyone on board. People, even if you're not in the country, out in the diaspora. I mean, I've had contact with 2 people outside in New York, and both want to come in and do a band this year. So I'm looking forward to that. And the bands that they're planning seem to be well organized, because they already have the band functioning out there. So it's basically just bringing the package to Grenada. So hopefully that would be out in the next couple of weeks, and we can start generating interest and people start, you know, getting excited about 2024 Carnival and the plans that we have, and helping us to execute it in the way that we foresee.
Is there a Calypso tent in St. Patrick's this year?
No, there isn't. However, it's funny because I spoke to Mr. Nivian Cox about, I think he's out of St. Patrick's, but that's something that I have spoken to him about. He's very interested, but I doubt that it would happen this year. But it's something that we would look into for next carnival. We hopefully will have that in place, a proper tent, because there's a vast amount of young people who is interested in actually performing with bands, and Calypso gives them the ideal stage to do that. And also the gateway to their soca and groovy career if they so choose. So yes, that's something that's in the making. Also, I wanted to mention, on the 15th of June, we'll be launching the St. Patrick's Carnival. It will be the launch of St. Patrick's Carnival. So Spice Mass is today, and then on the 15th, St. Patrick's will be launching their carnival. And I'm telling you, it would be something to come to see. We have a really nice show for you guys.
Are you getting support from the business community?
My headphone battery just went. Can you hear me still?
No, yeah, we're hearing you. I was asking whether or not you're getting support, both in terms of financial and logistical support from the business community.
Support from the business community.
Yeah.
Okay, so we what we've done is that we've wrote up our proposal and sent it out with sponsorship letters for the different events that we had. So we had like the Queen Show, the full carnival, we haven't heard anything from anyone with regards to the businesses in St. Patrick's for sponsorship yet. But I know I've spoken to them, and they are very supportive of us and will be willing to come on board. There's some that expressed that they weren't interested in carnival events. However, if there's anything more educational, they'll be willing to. So with those ones, I respect that, and we would work with the ones that we have. But we've sent out quite a few sponsorship letters. So in this,
I'm not even going to touch this one because I'm going to get in trouble. But if you're a Grenadian and you think, no, this is the kind of lingering destructive effects that colonialism has continued to have on us. Because if you're a Grenadian and you don't think that carnival is instructive and it's educational, then you need to move out in the middle of the sea. We don't need you. I mean, seriously, I'm being blunt.
Yeah, I tend to support them on that. I can't imagine, because even with carnival revenue in that time, they benefit from it, right?
Of course they do.
They benefit from it. So why not participate by supporting, even though 5% of your income on a carnival day, Monday and Tuesday, give back something to the community. You don't lose anything. People will buy from you. You know, so the whole notion that it's not educational.
I understand, and you know what? For me, we need to kind of like respect people's opinion, because you see, I'm somebody as well. I have certain moral standings that might affect the way that I contribute to different aspects of community events. I might not want to take part in it because it doesn't really align with what I stand with morally. So I respect that. I believe we need to have that kind of thing where we respect that and move on, because at the end of the day, we are, saying anything doesn't give us any more money from them. They don't want to do it, fair enough. Let's find somebody. And that's my attitude. We always look for another way. We move on. And I mean, I even if they say that, for me, I have no problem with that, because I will go back and test them. We're planning an after school program where we're teaching children wire bending. So now that's educational. So from the carnival committee, I would approach them for this. You said to me, so I don't bother with them. I if they want to use that, I can go ahead with them and we can work together. I don't have no problem whatsoever. So by the hook or crook, you'll get them.
All right. Okay. Good. Unison Joseph. Before Louis come back on. Louis going to say something? I'm not hearing you, Louis. Oh.
Louis, your mic is off.
Louis, we're not hearing you. But she might just indicate that it's off. Louis, we're not hearing you. I don't know what happened there. Okay, go ahead, Unison.
Okay. Yeah, so let me compliment the organizers again. I know organizing is very tedious, and sometimes we hit a lot of closed doors. But as the brother indicated, sometimes when the door is closed in one direction, that means it could open in the other. So I compliment you on that aspect. What I like to see in Grenada and St. Patrick being one of the most historic, if not the historic parish in Grenada, is for us to use our natural surroundings in terms of culture. St. Patrick has a lot of historic sites. I remember they have the horse where they the colonial master park the horses if you and we don't seem to be using that or advertising that. If you go to Hawaii and those places, those little things, draw huge tourist attraction. So from a cultural perspective, I think Dr. Pierre John could be a great resource for the committee. When you talk about culture, there's the Heritage Fund that support cultures in developing
countries
and stuff like that, where you write grant proposal and stuff. I think they could benefit tremendously from that aspect of it.
Yeah.
right? Because sometimes we look for funding locally, and as the brother indicated, the businessmen they only see the money coming in, but they don't see the real true value of what is. So I like to see something like that, and develop St. Patrick in a way that just not St. Patrick. We have a lot of rural communities in Grenada that Delbert indicated earlier that some of the brightest minds comes from, but we suffer from brain drain because you move to the south and you move on, but we neglect, right? So we suffer from huge brain drain in the rural communities. But data will show that some of our leaders, some of our most successful businessmen come from that area. So I think we have to tap into those and then in the diaspora here, a lot of some patricians and Grenadians, they like to segregate which parish you're from, that could contribute in a lot of it. I think that's where Louise comes in, and where we rally the Grenadian spirit. So I'd like to compliment the committee organizers again, and whichever way I could, see if I could help, I will try my best to.
Amen to that. All right, Louise, are you able to speak now? Your mic is proper now? We're still not hearing Louise. I wonder why.
I think the first thing the brother should do is help Louise organize and get a computer. or maybe just a mic.
Something, Louise. I know why we're not hearing Louise. But let me take a song. Let me take a Kong City song here. Inspector.
Bacchanal, Carnival, watch it, they lose. When them people know Carnival coming, there's plenty madness on this scene. If you know your social, well, no bother. From the starting to the end, it's turned up, yes. Your way you're rather, it's so come and brother. When they need so blow, you should see them go. They loose inside the soca jam nails. They rolling up their behind nails. Panorama night nails. They whining for spite nails. Kelvin and Sandra nails. Have no behavior nails. Kelvin says she hiding something I want it. 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 I take me fastness and a drum sodium. When I want to stop she balling faster, I try asking her she want to be just to disappear, but she would not hear. Girl, go do that. Speaking of mad or what? That bouncy is mine. A wine is a wine. They loose inside the soca jam nails. They rolling up their behind nails. In a juve bad nails. It's a long time she gone away. It's a long time she don't hear the soca play. It's a long time she don't get high. It's a long time I don't know why. But from the time she lands up, Mama she with soca talk. That's why the music playing and fun flinging. You should have seen Wendy. She was a lesson and she had the water going crazy when she got up low. And she fling it so. wine. The bassline causing the waist to wine, wine. The bassline causing the waist to wine, wine. The bassline causing the waist to wine, wine. It's a long time she gone away. It's a long time she don't hear the song. I come in. Move your foot, move your. People keep on telling me, don't go in competition no more. Cause they getting fed up with the result of the Mastra show. Every year is same thing, like they holding something against me. Entertaining a foreign country, forget them and the monarchy. But I tell them I win everything already. I know I could. The inspector don't surrender easy. So I come in back like a hurricane. My people don't get me wrong. They can't keep a good man down. You have to be very strong to fight this struggle. You cannot sit down and cry. You have to hold your head high. This is what I'm born to do. My fans don't feel blue. I'm warning them all in. Coming like a hurricane.
Yes, we're back. Good morning, Greater Carriacou and Petty Martinique. I hope Miss Louise Noel and Rose Mike is working again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. Lovely. I just want to give a little bit of pressure from the north there, you know.
Yes. That's another schoolmate of ours and a huge supporter of St. Patrick's Carnival Development Committee. The infamous Roger Gilbert.
Yes.
Oh, he has so many names now.
Yes. Hail to the king.
Hail to the king, yes.
The brother win the most crown greater. Yeah, you didn't have another head for the crowns. Yeah. Inspector, I've done it. Hitman Inspector. Yeah, and Agas coming.
11 something Grenada.
11
something Grenada and 2 out of Grenada. So 13 altogether.
Altogether. So that see, the crown man. He's the crown master.
Plus those they thief him. So
he alone make Crown City.
I know, huh? He alone single-handedly. Inspector create the crown, most crown in St. Patrick's. Yeah. So I want to say thank you guys because I mean so this has known some I want them to know the ghost town. Yeah. We transforming that, we take note of that. We're not gonna buy into that ghost town mentality anymore. We're gonna change the narrative. You know, and let it know as Crown City as what it is. And I mean we have to brighten it up, make it happen. And I think Juve has been the biggest after St. George's, St. Patrick's. Juve has been the biggest. I think there is a whole charade of other parishes now trying to outdo St. Patrick's. So gotta keep on doing what they're doing in St. Patrick's and keep the fire burning. You know, apart from carnival activities, what does the committee has going for St. Patrick's in terms of carnival and cultural events and stuff like during the year? You mentioned there's no Calypso tent in St. Patrick's this year. Is there any move by the CDC to reactivate a Calypso tent with the past band members? You know, some probably in the 70s now, but is there young people that are musicians that can be pulled together to help put a band together for next year? You know, actual probably band might need sponsorship, might need to get instruments and stuff like that. What any ideas of reinstating or putting back a band together?
Well, I know, like I said, Mr. Nivian Cox, he has his own band already, and he's somebody who is very interested in putting a tent together in St. Patrick's for the Calypso on the
Right.
calypso scene. Hopefully it would also accommodate the soca and groovy artists. So it would give everyone the opportunity to learn to play with live, to perform
Mhm.
with live instruments. You
Right.
know,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
that is something that to be honest, there is so much work that we have to do that this is something that has to start from inception with the tent. And I haven't been able to follow up with him to kind of see where he's at with it. So at some point I will touch base. I don't believe that it would happen for this year. It's because we're already in May. June, July, August is there. I don't believe that we will be able to do that and come up with that. But we could put everything in place for next season. We ensure that we have that. Another thing that we're planning to start from next season, it's the Junior Calypso Monarch, but we want to do it via the schools. So we go in there and ask the schools to take part, like on that level, so we can have a continuous growth in calypso and soca around. So even if we decide, we have a school competition, so all the schools in St. Patrick's will go up against each other for, and we try to, in a bid to try and build interest and the younger people coming into it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Loving that. All right. Louise Noel Ambrose, back to you again, and then Delbert.
Yeah.
As it relates to that. By the way, before we go any further, let me say that this show is brought to you by Ola's Kitchen, 477 Oakwood Avenue, and they have the all down going on today. And Pilar, I will see Mr. Unison down there. I hope Delbert can make a drive up. And Louis, on the way up, Delbert, can you pick up Louis?
I know. Thank you.
Come, Louise, to bring her to the Ola's Kitchen. She did right to come to Toronto to get the all done. And don't forget that Gem FM, we also now we have our new, not new, but we established Genesis Fine Kitchen. So if you're looking for a kitchen to be made, you have a dresser in your house that is broken, chipped on the edge, the table, look as though you're on a throw outside. Contact us. We could refinish your kitchen, your stuff, your furniture for you. Instead of going and buy a brand new one, we could refinish it for you in your garage right there in less than an hour, 2 hours time. We could do it for you. Have a new table, a new dresser again, right in your right now. You're working right in the Toronto area. So if you're in Toronto or Ajax, we could reach you and do that for you. So you need to get a new kitchen redone. We ready to and really unable to come and do that for you. All right. So Louise, back to you.
Yes, it's regards to Delbert's question about the groups and working together. Because of an initiative by Delbert, a group, I started a WhatsApp group which is called Like-Minded St. Patrickans. So what we've been doing, depending on various projects that's happening in St. Patrick's, people will speak, post a bit, requests for help through that medium there. I think it's a success so far in terms of what we've been doing. Many have helped SPOD, which is St. Patrick's Organization for Development. The sports day, the village sports day, was was a great success because of those who assisted them in terms of sponsorship and many other things that are happening with individuals and or representatives of the various different groups, St. Patrick's groups in Grenada and in the diaspora. We are in that group. If anyone is interested in joining and if they have an idea and they need a think tank, that's the place to be. Come share it us. They could reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. Later on, after the show, I want those that are listening to come back to the same feed, and I will post information, my link to the St. Patrick's Carnival Development Committee, the GoFundMe page, and a group page where you will stay in touch with St. Patrick's and the different activities that are happening in Grenada I will post that so people can, stay involved and know what's happening in Grenada. So it will take a while because Rome was not built in a day. However, the foundation has been laid for that. I give thanks.
Really, really, really happy to that because again you mentioned Delbert. Delbert has been involved in a number of issues too as well. Always reaching out to get something going, kickstart something somewhere along the line. So it's no surprise that what you mentioned about Delbert Day is something happening. I want to switch focus a little bit on Unison in terms of the event last weekend and.
Congratulations to
Yeah,
him.
I could speak a little to that as to the success of that event for the Chantimel folks.
Yeah, well, thank you, and thank you, John and Louise, our two media. I think that's a disaster media relations arm, the PRO, unofficial, because everything that we do, and Louise just said it, I will post it. And that's what always been there. So I'd like to thank you also for always being that partner and help spreading the words.
Yes.
Also,
No
and Delbert
problem.
always do his part. Also, he made me an honorary partition. So I So just going back, last Sunday event was very, very successful. The people came out, responded to a great cause. As you know, the fire in Chantimel, although it's not classified under our mandate as a disaster preparedness, but it was a tragic accident or incident, but we respond to anything happens in Grenada. As Grenadians in the diaspora, we are obligated. Although we face our own challenges here, but we always find that sense of giving back to our communities at home. So this is not just isolated to one place, but the Grenada disaster team has always responded into disasters. We partner with St. Vincent. When St. Vincent had the volcano, we responded to that. And Grenada has always been leading in many aspects in the diaspora. For instance, when we started the disaster preparedness, St. Vincent followed. Then we had St. Lucia, Antigua, and another of sister organizations follow, with Grenada always playing that lead role. So as Eric Matthew said, we are leaders. We don't follow, right? But going back to Saturday's event, we had net a profit of $6,050 just at that event. And we had some canisters that is not open as yet. Those canisters will be open in the presence of the Consul General and a few other community leaders. So we document how much exactly came out of that donation funds. That was some other events allowed us to put in their event. So just on Sunday's benefit, taking out all the expenses, we amassed a profit of $6,050. And all of it, 100% of it, will be going to the fire victim. There's no monies will be collected into any accounts. And of course, when that happens, so we're just seeking the relevant authority to accept this donation on behalf of the fire victims, and of course, in return, we hope they will have some form of accountability and give us, some form of report, and that will not just be in that only event, as we seeking to provide a year service, a year support. So we have another event which we're going to work on putting together, and hopefully that one will be even more bigger, more better. We're having more partnership from the rest of the Caribbean, from the Grenada communities, leaders. This one was short, so we didn't have a greater support as we anticipated from the different leaders on different organizations. And of course, when things like that happen, we have other leaders may not necessarily support this event. They might have their event also, but always going back to supporting. So we should always support each other. Even though in support ours, support theirs. But the true test is the accountability factor. Let us hold each other accountable. Not just because I sent out a report. You should ask questions. There's always questions, and we should not anticipate asking questions as is untrustworthy. This is what makes us stronger. Because in today's society where the inflation rate, people hard on money is not easy to misappropriate, or the perception. Sometimes not, but the perception of miscut. So I'd like to thank the Grenadian community and that came out and really showed support.
Yeah.
So
thank you very much, comrade, and I continue to do. And I want to make sure that it is the Grenada Disaster Preparedness Organization that put on that event, so persons will know who did that. Right? It's not any and everybody do it, but it's spearheaded by Unison Joseph and his team at the Grenada Disaster Preparedness Organization. All right, so let me make that clear. And it was well attended. And again, a lot of people said, I heard it on Gem FM. I watch you guys, so they came out too, because they know that Gem FM is always at the forefront of saying and promoting Grenada event everywhere. So again, if you need to support us too, Gem FM, you make a donation by going to the website at www.gemfm.ca and click the donation button and drop a 5, a 20, a 30, a 50, a 100, $1 million if you can. That'll be all good. But if 1 million people give $1 every month, we'll be happy. So that would be a nice thing. 1 million people, $1 every month. That's easy, right? You're looking for 1 million people giving $1 every month. We good. All right, Delbert.
Yeah, listen, you guys deserve enormous congratulations and gratitude, because I know the event was sort of quickly and hastily organized because of the need. And the fact that you have committed to having additional events, because as you so correctly stated, this cannot be a one-off. This was a five houses burning in any community, in any country in the world is a disaster. In a small, poor country, in a northern village, one of the most northern village in the island, in a poor country, that's a calamity. Okay? So, Chantemelle community where I was born and raised, is a very resilient community. And they will find a way to bounce back. But they need the help of everyone, no matter how small. And I know my people very well. They are very, very grateful. They're very, very gracious. Chantemelle, despite its early reputation, is a cultural icon in Grenada. We have produced so much, The two longest serving, this is a small village, two longest serving directors of NIS, both came from Chantemelle. Currently, we have a deputy police commissioner from Chantemelle. The recently long-serving managing director of Hubbard's in Grenada came from Chantemelle. So it's a village that has always. We have Scholar, who has won the crown so many times. His nephew, the governor. It's just a village that has always punched above its body weight. We recently lost a cultural icon from the village, Clyde Popsy Belfon. So we will bounce back, and the people will bounce back. And I know our parliamentary representative has been making every single effort in terms of helping these people, the folks who were most affected by the fire, regain some sense of normalcy. I know everybody has been housed temporarily to this date, But the challenge going forward is going to be to provide permanent housing for them, and that's going to take some time and some effort. So whatever we can do in the diaspora, folks from Chantemelle in the diaspora, but people of all goodwill from all the Caribbean. I have been convinced now for a very, very, very long time that there is no single island in the Caribbean, even the ones that have enormous natural resources, that will be able to make it on their own without cooperation from the neighbors. So in the Caribbean, we're in one basin. We sink or float together. And so we're looking for help from people of goodwill from all over the Caribbean to help these people rebuild their lives. I am confident that's going to be happen. And not even having spoken to anyone recently about it, I know the graciousness and the gratefulness of that village, because I spent my first 20 years there. They are going to appreciate it in ways, and you in ways that would be most heartfelt. And it is a village that anybody can visit and be welcomed. And there's always a pot going somewhere in Chantemelle that you can get some food, and the music and the culture and sports and everything. It's a village that really produces. So I know the people will be grateful, and I thank you on their behalf, and congratulate you on your efforts. I know you're going to do, you're going to continue to do more. And for that, we're grateful.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Delbert. The time is now at 11:45. Miss Louise Noel Ambrose, I know that you're heavily and very much involved in different organizations out there in Hamilton, and you have been recipient of awards and so on. Can you tell us what happens in that part of the city of Toronto, Ontario, that you're involved in? What's coming up today? What's going on? What's cooking out there? I know it's not oil dung, so tell me something else.
You're on mute, Louis. You're on mute.
You're unmute your mic, Louis.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Definitely.
I reside in Hamilton, but my boundaries are the world. Technology.
Yes.
This year, by the grace of God and being the resilient Grenadian and from St. Patrick's, and doing what I love because of my upbringing, and I was raised, with my family and neighbors and who we are, our grandparents, in terms of service to others. I've been awarded 2 awards, like the one this Saturday, today, which is the Remarkable Mothers Award for remarkable women with entrepreneur business that's, having a positive impact in the community. So that was today. And it was granted through Ms. Nozi, the Nigerian newspaper. She's the publisher of that. And then in September, there is another award that I'm recognized with 99 other remarkable Black Canadian women, because it's called 100 Women's Award for this Black Canadians doing great things. So I've been awarded for that, for my work to my service to others, in particular women and young girls. As you may know or may not know, I've been involved in so many different projects involving women and or supporting women in their goals in life. As you know, in the past, working with Caribbean Tales She's a phenomenal woman. So I did that for a number of years, doing her, social media, community outreach, etc., etc. I'm the president of the Women's Canadian Club. I did that. This is my final year of being the president of that group. And I have and still continue for a number of years doing Lady Boss, where it's a networking group, just empowering women of all different diverse backgrounds, whether, a homemaker or an entrepreneur, whatever the woman choose to do in her life, but putting the family and herself, supporting them. So I've just been blessed by the Almighty, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And love and support and everybody that I've met throughout the lives since I've been here in Canada, because I came with the mentality in Canada to be of service to others. I am a child of the revolution, so I was told to give back to community. And that's what I've been doing. So I give thanks. And I thank you, John, for the opportunity here to bring in Andy, and hoping to see Andy more often, on this platform to give updates and telling us what's happening in St. Patrick's, in particular with the Carnival Development Committee, and anything else he may think that he wants to share with us, just reach out and, we're there for them. And that goes for Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Sugarloaf, Union Island. You know what I mean? Here I go.
I always mix up Sugarloaf and Sandy Island.
Sally and where's Sally and again? No, Sandy
Island is closer to right opposite Paradise Beach in Carriacou. So you just have strip of white sand.
Right. And Sugarloaf across from Rivera. Or do we have that wrong?
You guys wrong. So there is more than one Sandy Island. There's a Sandy Island in Carriacou. That's just off Paradise Beach. But there's also a Sandy Island off Livera. So when you look at Livera, you have Sugarloaf, Sandy Island, and those things, and you see
Griso.
You know place, brother. You know. You like curry goats.
Yes.
You keep your passport.
That Island Bridge, London Bridge, actually is
London Bridge. Right. Yes. I don't know if you guys remember when we used to have boat racing and Onono and them was there.
Yes.
They used to go around London Bridge and come back around and
yeah. That was fun. That was a good memory. Yeah. So I'll give God thanks. So thanks, John. Thanks, Unison. Thanks, Delbert.
Thank you for having me.
Let me also say that Louise is also a recipient of the Gem FM Entrepreneur Year Award as well. She was one of the first set of people who received an award from Gem FM back in the first year we did that. I think I still have it here. Have you got it already? Yeah.
You finally brought it. I finally got it.
I got it. Okay.
About 5 years later.
5 years later. Every time I go to Hamilton, I still forget to bring it up, But it won't the wait to have it in your hands. There's other persons who have to get there. They're still here. I haven't been able to get to them. But with all that being said, today is a good day. And I want to congratulate Louise on her award from Gem FM. All of us here congratulate you on your recipient receiving such an award. It set the gold standard for women to know that no matter what you do, whatever and wherever you are, you could be a contributor to society. You don't have to remain in the shadows. It could be a star anywhere you are, just shine. The thing about it, all of us are plugged into the same voltage. It depends on what stage, So let us not be afraid to shine. You never know. The dimmest light could be the brightest light in a dark place. So please go out there and shine wherever you're planted or wherever you are. Please shine. So that being said here, also I know that we have this afternoon coming up. XPRA will be on here this evening at 3 o'clock with Pablo, with Paul. So stay tuned for that at 3 p.m.
With another Patrick Ken again, right?
Yes. Another Kongski man again. We'll be back here at 3 o'clock with Paul. We're doing that. Next week, the 24th, next week we have Donna Nichols. Next Friday night, Donna Nichols will be on here and Living Your Dreams on Friday night. And the following week we have Kevin Stevens, who will be promoting her Grenadian product again here on Gem FM Friday night on Living the Dream. This is a special show I designed for Grenadians who are making headways anywhere in the world. So to promote their event and promote tell us about their success. So again, we have in those male, female, whoever have achieved a level of success on Gem FM will be showcasing you, whether you have products or you just become a successful person, whatever you do, we want to promote you. So if you know somebody, go suggest them to us, and we'll do. You could do the link up, coordinate the event, the show, and we'll be happy to have them on it. All right. Okay. Unison, closing remarks from you.
Okay. Once again, thank you everyone for supporting me. John always been a great support since. And let me give it some background on how I met Louise. Many years ago, I was in Montreal and I was driving back. I don't know if Louise remember. And one of my friends said, this lady need a ride to go back to Toronto. I said, sure. I was driving back by myself. Now I have company.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Those are the days I was fearless. If I go, I must come back. God will provide.
So, and Louise have always been, a sounding board. When I'm slipping up, she always call me up and keep me.
That's one thing for sure. You could any one of us could receive a call for if we step out the line, including John Kelly. You know what I mean? You will call and say, John, don't go there.
Guys, because I love you.
Yes. We know.
Who the Lord loves, he chases.
If I didn't love you or care about you, you wouldn't have been that God.
Yes. And I appreciate each and every one. But disaster preparedness have always been my my area in which I find the most joy in volunteering. You say who much is given, much is expected, and I wasn't given money, but what I was given an opportunity in life as a very young boy. I was basically, we didn't say adopted back home, but I was sent to live with a family that really loved and appreciate, and me being here. So with that being said, I always feel that need to give back to my community and give back to the ones around me, right? Because I feel blessed in a way that sometimes words is not enough to express. And when we do things, I don't think is necessarily that we advertise, we giving and we doing, although it's a group and it's thing, but sometimes I think we go a little bit overboard in publicizing and looking for recognition on the backs of people that is suffering.
Yes.
And I don't see the need for things like that. But then again, everyone measure this success in different measuring sticks. But I will close by saying this is just a token from the Greater Disaster Preparedness. And going forward, we really look and hope to support this empathy, not just Grenada on a whole, and our wider community, the Caribbean, and our blacks here, or not just black, but our immediate surroundings here. Because in Canada, we have a lot of people that are struggling also. And, we have to look out for each other. If the diaspora does well, then back home does well, does better, and vice versa.
Amen.
So thank you, and thank you once again.
Delbert, closing remarks.
So I'm glad that Unison Talk that said that we didn't call it adoption, because I have so many adopted brothers and sisters. And it's funny, I don't know if you remember. You remember, John, about 2 years ago, we were doing a program this lady came on the program. I had no idea who. I think
Yes,
she had,
yes. I think was it Louisa brought her in?
I don't remember who
I think it was
brought
Louisa,
her,
ladies from Guelph.
and yes,
Yeah,
and
and she
this lady
remembered. Yeah, I think it was Louisa was on
told
the show in the
me
morning with us.
a remarkable story about my mother helping her and
Yes.
helping us go to
Yeah.
school, and
Yeah.
she coming home, and you know, there's so many people used to come to the house, right? That I can't remember them, and
Mm.
but I got so emotional about it, so emotional. So I have a lot of adopted brothers and sisters out there, and I always tell people I have not gone since my mom passed away. I can't remember going a day where I was not reflecting on her life, or where somebody was coming up or texting me about something that she would have done to make their life better. And for me, that's what it's all about. I am glad I was so joyous when I heard Louis say that she was a child of the revolution. In a sense we all are. And when people say the revolution lives, that's what it means. It means here people who develop this fundamental value of community, of sticking your hand out and back pull the next person up. Okay? And that they continue to live that life. They continue to exemplify that despite all the mistakes that were made. They continue, because that was something that was so evident during that period. So listen, I was in a discussion, and it's completely off topic, sort of all week with a group where we were talking about Black men and Black women, and why the marriage rate is so low in the Black community, and the effects that it's having on families and so forth. And I'm saying that to say that none of us can do it by ourselves. Not as Black men, not as Black women, not as Canadians, not as physicians or St. Lucians or whoever. We have to build that community. And it always goes back to the family, right? Because if you have a family and you have half of the family pulling in one direction, mom go in that direction, dad going in the other one, the family never makes progress. It never makes progress. You just see disintegrating before you. But if you have a family, and I have seen it, even when that family didn't have the means, but if they unite under a singular purpose and decide to support and help each other, you see that family making progress. Why is that? So I want us to learn from these things, and the more we can find ways and values, because even when you look at our differences, when you drill down on it, when you examine the things that we might be different about, they're so small in comparison to the things that bind us together. So for us moving forward, as people from St. Patrick's, as people from Grenada, as people from the Caribbean, as Black people in general, the number one challenge for us is for us to support each other and work more collaborative with each other and stop pulling each other down, so that we would find it so much easy. And Unison said, my brother, I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said that you get a special joy from helping. There's no other feeling in the world as doing something that you're passionate about for someone or a group of people and seeing them enjoy it, and you know that is your benefit. You don't need anything. There's no other feeling in the world like that. So I want to again congratulate you on your efforts, and congratulate you guys in St. Patrick's on the St. Patrick's CDC. I personally, I like to say I live in the United States. I work in the United States. I live in Grenada.
Yeah.
I can't. No, I'm really And I know this crazy man we have running for president to win. This time I'm bailing out for him because I can't. I couldn't leave out. I ducked out the first time he was in office. Spent 3.5 years in Grenada, so I didn't get the brunt of his brutality. And if he wins this next election, I'm gone. I'm gone. I can't. I wouldn't be able to handle it. So I'm very much looking forward to returning to my parish when I still have a lot of energy and vitality, and I can contribute to it. So thanks everybody, and have a wonderful Saturday afternoon.
So here we go, and want to say now that Miss Louise, before that, Andy, Andy, to give your closing remarks. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Just want to say thank you for having me today. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. Next line is, please remember the GoFundMe. No, it's a pleasure that you have me so I can speak about St. Patrick's, and I'm very passionate about us, Crown City, actually living up to the name. Like you said, no more ghost town. This narrative has to change. We need people understanding that we are Crown City for a reason, because of the talent that we have, and over the years we have shown it through the number of crowns that we possess. So what we need now is to capitalize on that and try and make sure that St. Patrick's, Sauteurs, and all the villages benefits from this monarchy, and we live up to it. So thank you for having me, and to everyone out there, see you for Carnival and give us all your support. Thank you.
All right.
I'm jealous and envious of your background, man. I'm so
and the brother sucking mango in the present. You guys are going on there?
What mango tree you have? What mango tree is that? You made me very, very jealous, because often, very often, right? Grenadians like to talk about we have the best this and we have the best that and we're the best. One thing I can tell you, Grenada, I have the best stuff. We have the best mangoes in the world. Nobody comes close. So,
you're on mute, Andy.
Right. So this one over there is mango film.
Okay. That's good. That's a good mango. That's a good mango.
You just suck it and it's like juicy when you're thirsty. Then right here we have mango Julie.
You have to squeeze it. You have to squeeze it, the mango. Okay.
We have the jelly tree right here. You have everything.
Don't make us any more jealous. Don't make us any more jealous.
I just want to show you one more right at the bottom. So it's an enticement for you to come back to Grenada.
Wow.
Yes. My beautiful surroundings.
All right, my brother. All right.
Pictures.
Louis, I still love you.
Louis is very right though.
That's all I can do right now.
Cheers,
I can relate to this. I can relate, He showed up and the man have good mangoes too, not wash your foot mango,
No. Listen, I need to
they have a good
every
selection.
type of mango you want.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone.
All right.
So good.
All right, man.
So good.
I'll take a closing. Andy, give your closing remarks now, and then go back to Louise give us. Andy, closing remarks.
Yes, just to say thank you for having me and support St. Patrick's on their drive to improve Carnival and reclaim, or not reclaim, but actually live up to the name of Crown City. So to all you guys out there, please log on to our page, see how you can support us. It's not just monetary, but there's other ways you can support us as well. Please, we look forward to your support, and that would help us to enhance the experience for 2024. Blessings to all on the show today, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Louis Noel Ambrose from Event to Be. I know we talk about awards, but before you give your career remarks, you tell us a little about Event to Be, and just like a synopsis.
Listen, we're not here about me. We're here about St. Patrick's.
Yeah, but I want to talk about, just give like a, because
Oh my goodness.
yeah, just a little bit about what you do.
Event to Be is an event specialist company who specialize in event management and social media management, public relations.
See?
I love what I do. Thank you.
See how similar it was? That's easy. Okay, go ahead. Closing remarks, Louis. You know, you can't come here and just want to just do somebody else and don't me ask me to do you, eh?
Well, no, it's not about me. It's about you. Utilizing my skills to.
Yeah.
I want to,
yes, I want to request that you even let people know that you do too, because we promote one another. So go ahead.
Okay, fellow St. Patrickans, fellow people, Grenada, Carriacou, Pity, and Martinique, we thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate you all wherever you are. Just keep doing you. Be authentic. Remember to stop and let God know that you know He is God. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Louise, again, and we appreciate the sacrifices everybody make, especially Delbert, and you listen coming on here every Saturday morning with me, keep me company and keeping me current, and letting the world know what we do in Toronto and the world and what it's important for us to communicate at that level and to let people know what we're doing. First, let me apologize too for equality. Somehow on my end, everything is sounding really good. When I speak, it's really good, but when I look and listen out there, if there's a fan going on in the background, I don't know where this noise coming from, so I'll call my IT guy to fix that, because I have everything here. I'm hearing you guys clear without no interruptions, nothing. But on the outside, there's a fan going on. I have no fan inside here. I don't know where this sound coming from. But for me, I'm good. Everything on my end is really good. I'm clear. When I hear you guys, I hear you guys really good and clear. But when I'm outside, I'm hearing me really clear. But you guys are being heard. But there's a fan in the background that is being going on consistently. And sometimes it drops, sometimes it rises up. I don't know what's happening. But I hope they'll get that thing rectified before 3 o'clock. So again, I want to thank you guys for here. Next week, I know looking forward to see Delbert and you listen back again here next Saturday morning. And there's much to talk about that happened in Grenada that we need to really address and have a discussion around. In terms of the politics and the Labor Day, we see that a number of issues have been raised by the Trinidadian president, Mr. Andre Luis. I don't know how many of you watch it, but there's a lot of stuff that have been said there. And historically, the first strike happened in St. Patrick's pre-1951. I don't know if anybody knew that, but so going back to St. Patrick's to have the May Day rally was historical in nature. Yeah.
Yes.
So St. Patrick's is always again. Here it comes again. The first strike took place in St. Patrick's. Do you know Gary Forst's office was upstairs, Mr. Maxwell's shop in Sutter's?
That I didn't know.
That was upstairs, Mr. Maxwell's shop in.
And the most iconic photo of the revolution was taken in St. Patrick's.
You see there.
Handsome. No, you know that photo with the older lady. That is the most iconic photo of the revolution.
Yes,
it was so genuine. That was taken in Fort Pasture. Yeah.
Okay.
St. Patrick's always a force, eh?
Yes, Mr. Caldwell Taylor. He's not Caldwell, Mr. Caldwell Taylor, who was the first legendary. He had told me about St. Patrick's being the first labor union strike being that I knew, but maybe he did mention Gary, but I did not the office, but I don't recall that.
Yeah.
And also with the first like Grenadian to conceptualize and build a secondary school was also from St. Patrick's. You know, all the other secondary schools in the island were built by the churches and the British and what have you. But the first genuine, not genuine, organic high school to be built, conceptualized by a Grenadian, was built in St. Patrick's, McDonald College.
Okay.
Right.
The things we learn on this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
What we say?
Well, we
You say education.
I learned that I think about 3 years ago while I was talking to an elderly gentleman in Hermitage. These local historians, man, these guys, you'll be surprised the world. That's what the Africans say when an old person dies. It's like burning down a library. These people have so much. Yeah, you know.
And not forget Hudson George.
Stop asking.
Yes.
Well, Hudson is, you know, Hermitage. Hermitage was the first village in Canada to have what became known as the village variety store. Okay, it was the first village. People used to come from all St. George's and all over the place to come and shop in Hermitage, you know, because there's this village store that they sold everything. You wanted clothes, you wanted curtains, you wanted tablecloths, you wanted farming equipment, you wanted food, you wanted. Yeah, and there was the first shop of it, the first store of its type. What we call here sort of general purpose store. It was the first one in the history of Grenada. It was located.
Wow. Interesting. St. Patrick's, eh? First. I mean, see, it's not from the not come down, right? Everything flows south. No river flows not. So there is always the top come down. Yeah, so thank you again, guys, for being here. And I really appreciate all of you being here today with us. I want to thank all of you who came out and who listening and who shared. And we thank you guys for sharing the vibes. Stay tuned, 3 p.m. Rafael Paul, Pablo, and the Heart of the Matter.
John, I gotta talk to you for next week. The young lady that wants to come on.
Yeah.
She just completed a course or a symposium, workshop, I don't know how she's going to call it, in the U.S. It was sponsored by the State Department for young entrepreneurs and farmers throughout the Americas.
Right.
She represented Grenada. She did us proud. She represented Grenada proud. She's very popular on Facebook, very funny, very smart, very, very smart.
I think I follow her.
Yes, surprisingly, she's shy. We're friends, and I've asked her to come on. She wants to come on, but she's telling me, no, she's come on audio only because she said she's very. She has a remarkable story for a young, you know. So when people say about they're not hopeful about Grenada, when I speak to people like that, I'm hopeful because oh man, she's smart, she's funny, she, you know, makes, you know, very, very self-deprecating. I mean, just really a wonderful person. So we'll talk about her coming on next week.
All right,
my brother.
All right, no kicks for 86. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great afternoon, everyone.
All right,
likewise.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I was there for that. Yeah.
I was walking the road one day, big conversation all the way. Jenny and she boys and them get fucked, focusing and trying for pussy cat. Me too. Things getting mad every day. I cannot give my pussy free away. All you go really have to vex with me. I putting up on my pussy feet. No kicks for 96. No kicks for 96. No kicks for 96. No kicks for 96. I said it. Just a little jam on the pussy cat. Mommy beat me for that. Just a little ram on the pussy cat. Mommy beat me for that. Just a little shake on the pussy cat. Mommy beat me for that. Just a little break on the pussy cat. No kiss for 96. No kiss for 96. Land force. Look here.
Well done now, this is simple then.
Yes, so listen to Jam FM. I'm your host, the Sheriff, yours truly, John Kellis. Lock me down at 12 o'clock. It's 18 minutes past the hour of 12. We've been here from 10:30 to 12:30. Go for check out Miss Ola's Kitchen today at 477 Oakwood Avenue. That's where all road leads to Ola's Kitchen. Today, all down there, crab and dumpling, curry crab and dumpling, pilau. And tonight is karaoke night at Ola's Kitchen.
Jennifer spent 15 years in Washington. Last year she came to jam for the carnival. Who said she? I don't know, but she very lucky to bounce up along with man like me.
Good afternoon, Yulian Alexander. Good afternoon to you.
Everything alright? Believe me, I'm feeling fine. I want to walk.
Tex Monoren. Good afternoon, Tex. My co-host of all time.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell me, he no play sweeter than home. I say she gone crazy when they bring in flying turkey. No play sweeter than home. Just give me permission. I want me permission. Because no play sweeter than home. If I study and them watching, you never know what they thinking.
Good afternoon, Margaret Brewster. Good afternoon to you. Nice to have you here with us. Veronica Sandy, good afternoon to you. Labe people.
On your family.
No place sweeter than home.
Inspector, what people make me wet me pants back on a lonely land. Boy, I had to dance. Then I went to cruise on the rum runner. I went for dinner. I did not make restaurants and bar. I said to you, IT, just take it easy. When you jump up in Queen's Park, you bound to come back. Jenny and the Espinal, the jamming not be real hard. Check me out on the road show. We drinking curry for so. When the DJ play on my easy, she real so I got me singing. Oh yo, listen. Last year jamming inside the band, me and a nice woman. I was feeling tired and sleepy. She said, let's go home, Specky. Huh. Then she opened up the stove and see meat. And she telling me, get up on it. I said, darling, I don't feeling hungry. She get vexed and start explaining to me. Yeah, she. Let me tell you that, Inspector. Eating better. Make yourself at home, young fella. Eating better. Don't worry about the pepper. Oh no. Eating better. Your teeth must be sharp as ever. Eating better. Bend down. Right down. Don't pause. It's yours. Eat it. And I watching to see the move she making. Mister, why you acting funny? Like you eat somewhere already. Who me? She said, Andre Donald came in my house before. And he ate up all and begged me for more. That's the only time I go feel so good. Specky, if you only bend down and eat my food, it tastes good. Stop behaving shy, Inspector. Eating better. I care for you, young fella. Eating better. You are my entertainer. Eating better. When you're done, you must remember. Eating better. Bend down. and it, right down, and it, don't play, and it, stay there, eat it. Crack up. It's a long time she gone away. It's a long time she don't hear the soca play. It's a long time she don't get high. It's a long time I don't know why. But from the time she left young, mama she did soca talk. That's why the music playing and the boom flinging. You should have seen Whitney. She was a lesson and she have the whole town going crazy when she got up low. And she fling it so, then she spin around, fall long on the ground, and she boiling. The bassline causing the waist to wine. 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 It's a long time she gone away. It's a long time she don't hear the soca play. It's a long time she don't get high. It's a long time I don't know why. Panorama, go give she fever. Children frolic, she go into it. Any kind of action, she showing motion. With a behind she hand man and she moving on when she go down low. And she fling it slow, then she spin around, fall long on the ground, and she calling. The bassline causing the waist to wine. The bassline causing the waist to wine. The bassline causing the waist to wine. The bassline. Good night, Queen's Park. In Grenada, last carnival, I bring out me lover to the dance hall. I say tonight we go have a real nice time. Let us leave all them problems behind. I'm waiting for soca with my dancing partner. So much local music and I cannot hear it. Whole night I'm waiting for that soca rhythm. But like the DJ man only spinning. Sotters posse big up, tongue posse big up, Labbe posse big up, walk posse big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, and jump around, spread apart with your pum pum shots. Jump around, spread apart with your pum pum shots. If you see them jump around, spread apart with your pum pum shots. No problem, jump around, spread apart with your pum pum shots. Do it on the spot. Hey! People just say your head is not only to a cap. And if you don't think and listen, one day you might get a shock. I'm happy I'm not on the dirty list. Raise your hand if you're not on the dirty list. I'm happy I'm not on the dirty list. People, put a up your hand if you're not on the dish list. Sister Patsy fighting for married man. She like drama, she love plenty confusion. I say, Patsy, don't think I dread. Tell the man you want a roof over your head. You ain't on a plate, you ain't on a spoon. She tell me don't worry, he leaving the wife soon. Now the man leave she and go, she ain't have nothing to show. By she and see she sleeping, when she got the auntie singing, happy I'm not on the dirty list. Raise your hand if you're not on the dirty list. Happy I'm not on the dirty list. People, put up your hand if you're not on the dirty list. Hey, advice is free, girl you never listen to me. Advice is free, you don't have to pay money. Advice is free, why you never listen to me? Advice is free, you don't have to spend money. Patsy, happy I'm not on the dirty list. Over there, wind back if you're not on the dirty list. Kelvin mother-in-law give him piece of land. Go and build a house for you and your nice woman. I say don't do that, my brother. Kelvin, your name is not on the land paper. He never listened to me. Keep quiet, Specky. That's my baby doll. I love she since I'm small. House finished, she don't want him no more. Can't even pass by the front door. Inside the rum shop he staying. The bartender serving and chanting. Happy I'm not on the dirty list. Raise your hand if you're not on the dirty list. You playing dumb? Happy I'm not on the dirty list. Oh, see. Put up your hand if you're not on the dirty list. Hey, advice is free, but you never listen to me. Advice is free, you don't have to spend money.
It doesn't mind, Amos Gilbert, the inspector.
Advice is free, you don't have
Yes,
to spend money.
yes.
You see, happy I'm not on the
Happy on the duties list. You listen to Jam FM. I'm your host, the sheriff, yours truly, John Callis. The time is now 12:30. The time to kill the chair to the rear to get out of here. We're wishing you a happy Saturday. Don't forget, all roads lead to Others Kitchen, 477 Oakwood Avenue in the city of Toronto. Wherever you are in the city, GTA, come on down, come on up, come across. We are ready for you today at 477 Oakwood Avenue, Others Kitchen. And tonight, karaoke night, live music right there at 477 Oakwood Avenue. Come and sing. Yeah, share your voice, your vocal talent with us. All right? And who don't know then? The man with the most crown, King Adjamo, King Specky, King Wizard, all the kings, beasts, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon to you, wherever you are. All the kings of Grenada.
The man and his wife not together. They're sleeping in separate rooms. They only talking because of the children.
Problems with drugs. I got all the ages, spoil them from them. They kill without a reason, then they go to the asylum or the prison. Parents always on their knees, praying hard to help them